says off. Oh, there we go.
Hello and welcome to the first ever Rocky Point live broadcast.
Hi.
So I'm here, obviously. I'm Rocky Ankeny, a mellophone player at the Cadets Drum and Bugle Corps, and I have my seat partner from the 2014 season here with me, Andrew Timosca. I'm not even sure. Okay, they just saw you. Okay, that's good.
Well, they're probably not going to see this for like a few other seconds because there's like a delay. It says off. Oh, there we go.
Hello and welcome to the
Oh,
first
you know what?
ever. So now Andrew's also watching us as we're.
I thought that was you. Whoops.
Oh, all right. So we just kind of wanted to try this to kind of see what response we would get. We kind of have a list of things to go through, and then we're going to open it up to questions if there are any at the end, if there's anybody still here at the end, you know. First exciting thing that happened just literally right before this broadcast started was or should I say, the Rocky Point channel got up to 650 subscribers on the dot. Exactly. So, yay, hooray. And I recently checked, we had like 200 before we had, not 200 subscribers, but we've gained 200 or so more subscribers since Rocky Point began last May, almost a year ago. So that's pretty incredible. So thank you, viewers, for just watching and listening to us ramble on about drum corps and what we like and what we don't like in our day-to-day lives, blah 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 blah. So go ahead, Andrew, talk a little bit.
About what?
Whatever you want right now, I guess.
I mean, like, first of all, I wanna apologize for the video because I was like super awkward, and I'm probably still super awkward right now.
If you don't know what he's talking about, he's talking about the video that we just posted on the Rockdar 12 channel involving bus tips for drum corps. We were kind of doing this hangout thing, but filming on our phones, and Andrew, I kind of edited together. I don't think he was awkward, but he knows, you're your worst critic, so he thinks that he was really awkward in that video.
Yeah, I'm very harsh about myself. And I think actually that helps with drum corps a lot. I mean, I think that helped me a lot. Not be that guy. I was always afraid of being that guy.
Oh goodness, yeah, that guy. If you don't know what we're talking about, you don't want to be that guy. That's pretty much it.
And if you're ever that guy, try hard not to be.
Well said. I'm sure they now have about 1 billion questions about that, so we'll get that later. Why don't we talk a little bit about our lives right now, like what we do on a day-to-day basis, almost.
Wait, before we start, are you watching the thing on YouTube?
I am not.
Okay, so then so other than me watching it on YouTube, we have one other viewer, so that's cool.
That's cool. We didn't even know if anybody would show up, by the way. So, hurrah, someone did. I understand it's Saturday and people are busy. Also, it was hard to get the word out because we'd never really done this before. It doesn't exactly go to the...
Oh no, you froze. Rocky, you froze. Rockdar, what?
Okay, my computer hates me, everybody.
Oh no.
So like I was trying to say, we've never really done this whole live thing before. Hey, look, another viewer. So we weren't expecting, we didn't know who would show up. It didn't exactly go to the top of news feeds or get, really, really popular even on our own Facebooks or social media. So we're thankful that you're all here to hear us blab about stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so is that it? Can we move on to the other next thing?
Sure. I was just watching the stream on YouTube, and it showed your logo and you cut out, and you have to do that thing with removing that person, because now it just shows the logo and us in the corner.
I think it got rid of me just a few seconds ago. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so that's good. So right now, our lives, we are normal people, I promise. Despite all the cadet wear we own, I mean, just look at my closet.
I'm not really that normal.
Yeah, we're really not that normal, but I guess we all are kind of. Everyone's weird. I mean, if you really think about life, everyone's weird in life. I just happen to own more cadet clothing than most people.
Oh yeah, I do too. I have tons.
There is at least a there's at least a 90% chance that 2 cadets are matching in the world at any given day. Any given time at any given day.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. So, our lives, like I was talking about. So, I'm a music education major at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. And not your typical, like, because I'm a first-year music student there. And I'm not like your typical first-year music student, because I went to community college for a year before going. So, I graduated in 2013, did a year community college, only to find out that the school I was planning on transferring to after 2 years there was going to require me to do even more blah 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 to even be able to teach. So I would have spent wasted so much of my life at that school. So I ended up going out of state to the University of North Carolina at Greensboro, which actually has roughly close to the same tuition amount as an in-state Virginia school, which is really cool, but it's still a lot. So I went in with most of my gen eds out of the way, all except for 3, and I've knocked out, or will have knocked out, 2 by the end of this semester, which is almost over. So it only leaves 1 left that I'm getting out of the way next fall. Yeah, I'll still have to be in college for a total of, I'll have to be at UNCG for a total of 4 years to get my music degree, Bachelor of something in music. I think it's Bachelor of Music. It's something. I'm going to be able to teach. Does it really matter? Music education. And yeah, I also started kindergarten at the age of 6 instead of 5. So that I'm already 21, and it's my first year of college. I mean, technical music college. So everyone's like, "You're 21." I'm like 18, and there's that whole thing going on. I'm like, yeah, it happens. So, all right. Other than that, I mean, I deal with practicing, and I struggle with balancing practicing, studying, going home, which is an hour away. I don't live there. I do stay with a good friend of mine who also marched cadets, Adam Singer. He's graciously, and I say graciously, letting me stay at his place during the week, because I mean, I'm just kind of I need a place to stay, but I don't want to pay for one. I don't really need to live away from home. It's convenient, and he's just been really nice. It's his last year there. He's doing his student teaching in the fall, so he'll be moving out this summer, which means I have to figure my life out before Drum Corps Tour starts. So that's going to be exciting. I still haven't. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Other than that, I just recently had a studio recital and played Strauss's first horn concerto for all you music buffs out there. Nailed it. I think I did. Not to brag or anything, but I mean, I'd been really worried about it, and so I'm glad that I'm not a big soloistic performer, so I really liked, the feeling of actually performing well alone. So that was nice. Andrew, you can talk for a little bit, and then we can get back to me, because I feel like this is just an autobiography. This is, yeah.
Okay. So, if you watched the video on Wednesday, I mentioned that I was a graphic designer. And I use that term kind of loosely because I hardly do that, because I'm looking for a job, a full-time job, or even a part-time job. Although I do that, I do freelance jobs sometimes, but it's not very consistent, and I definitely want to do more. So there's that. And then other than that, I teach one of the local bands around here. They're about an hour away, I think, 45 to an hour. And last month we do like a blast type show, so we were doing that, and that was fun. Um, what else? I'm a very boring person.
If you haven't checked out his vlogs, you should do so. He's doing a vlog every day. Can't promise that he's always doing something incredible every day, but he's definitely doing one every day. And I have been watching them and, you know, kind of just seeing what Andrew's life is like outside of drum corps, because that's all I know.
Yeah. By the way, we're at 5 people now.
Woo! Hello, everybody. Okay, sorry, we're just getting excited. 7. We're up to 7 now. Holy smokes! A whole 7 people. That's 7 bodies. That is 7. That is 3 less than 10.
Well, 2 of them were me. But I closed one of them, so now one of them is me, and we'll be down 1.
Yes, we are. Okay. Anyways, Andrew, why don't we talk about? Oh no, please go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, if you have, like, this thing is a Q&A, so if you do have questions, there should be, if you're watching on YouTube, there should be a little a link in the side, and then you can ask your questions. So do that.
Yep. And if you're watching on Google Plus, which is highly unlikely, because who uses that, right? Sorry. Then there is a little easier box to get to, I think. That's not a question, but that is
that was my phone.
That's his phone. Anyways, so Andrew, let's talk about how we became seat partners. I think that's very, very relevant, and also very like it was so.
It was random.
It was random. It was so unexpected. Like, I am awful when it comes to procrastination, and maybe not in drum corps, but in life. So one thing I didn't have to worry about in drum corps was that I wasn't thinking about when we moved into spring training for 2014 was seat partner. Okay, I knew it was there, but it was like in the back of my mind. So we get there, and I'm kind of like scoping people out, like, okay, I don't know if I can stand sitting next to you for like we're good friends, but I don't know if I can deal with that, or over there. So I kind of just forgot about it for a while. And then I realized, hey, Manny was on the bus. I'm sure if you've watched Rocky Point, you know who Manny is. Well, you may think he's somebody else, but Manny sat on the same bus as me. My seat partner in 2013 aged out in 2013, so I had to find somebody new, obviously. So Manny, I was like, Manny, you think we could sit together? You want to be my seat partner? He's like, dude, I already got somebody. So, and then he's like, but I sat with Andrew Timosca in 2012, and he was a great seat partner. And I was like,
oh, really? He said I was great? Because I thought I was a total jerk to him. Okay, well, the reason is because I have a really hard time sleeping in the aisle. Like, I need something to lean on when I'm sleeping. And I think we agreed on switching like every week or something, and then we didn't, and then he brought it up, and then we switched, and I think I lasted like 3 days. I'm like, I need to switch back. And then I always complained about his king size blanket that he brought, because he did that, and it always got in the way.
Well, he said that about you, so I don't know if he was trying to like kill me. No, I think he really did think that about you. So that's good. But yeah, he recommended you, and I was like, I don't know an Andrew Timosca. I was kind of like, who is that? Who is that kid? Like, I don't remember marching. I didn't remember marching with you in 2013. I was like, I don't know who this kid is. So he would point you out, and I was like, man, that kid, I haven't really spoken to him. He's kind of quiet. I don't know. Kind of keeps to himself. So I kind of was like, okay, maybe I can find somebody else at first. And with little to no avail, I did not. And so I was just like, where were we standing around? I think the med table. People like icing their shins or something.
Probably.
I think. And I was like, hey, Andrew, I'm Rocky. You looking for a seat partner on the percussion bus, right? And you're like, yeah. And I was like, so you wanna be my seat partner? Because I don't have anybody either, and I want to ride on the percussion bus. He's like, okay, all right. Are you aisle or are you window? And I was like, I'm aisle because my legs are too long. He's like, excellent. I'm a window guy. So I was like, man, this is gonna work out great. Or already off to a great start.
Yeah.
So from then on, I did say hi to Andrew for the remaining few rehearsals of spring training. And then we got on the bus, and he's like, man, we need to sit in the front, the very front seat behind the bus driver. And I was kind of like, no.
I don't remember you disagreeing.
I didn't agree. I didn't disagree with you. I was like, okay. In my mind, I was going, heck no.
What?
Yeah, that's what I was saying in my brain. So when they had laid it out, when I got on the bus to put like my stuff on the bus, they had already laid out like assigned seats.
Oh, you know what though? It was different because I think. Okay, so I guess I'm aged out, so I shouldn't really care. But they had Brandon and Satoshi in the front, and I switched us.
I remember that because I remember we were sitting like third row back.
Yeah, I was like, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and I was like, oh yes, we're not sitting in the front. Oh yeah, so I just put my stuff up there and just left it alone. And you're like, and then you get on the bus and you switch it, and I'm confused when I get on the bus. And oh my gosh, and that night was pretty horrific. And we met Kawana that night.
That night was scary. It was like raining. It was
When is it not raining in Johnstown though?
When was it not raining at night over the summer?
Exactly, it followed us for a while.
Then
there's the whole thing about our windshield wipers not working.
Yeah, I think that was like the first night.
Yeah, the first night, one of them just stopped. Like it would throw itself. So it was like it would go, and then all of a sudden, we're in the middle of the night, I hear, all night long. I'm just like, really? Why did we sit in the front again?
Then well, on the way up there, she was explaining how she didn't hit, like I don't know what she did exactly. She like scratched up against some sort of pole at a gas station and like dented the side of the truck or the bus. So like it wasn't like a very pleasant thing to know prior to leaving. But she was nice, and honestly, she took really good care of us. So if any of her like officials are watching this, she knows how to drive a school bus, and she's a really awesome person. So you are lucky to have her as a bus driver, and we were too. Yeah, she was really nice.
I just did a Snapchat while doing this. I feel kind of accomplished.
I should do that. Maybe I will.
Oh, there's an email. New activity on your video, Rocky Point Live. I wonder what that's about.
That's us.
Oh, wow, that is us. Let's look at the Q&A. There's nothing in it, but there's... why don't you check out the comments? You do that while I guess I finished talking about us and the beginning of the bus. So there was that. I actually... What?
Sorry, Rocky. It was a question. Should I read it? I'll read it.
Yeah, read it.
This is from Kelvin. He says, "Hi, Rocky. So what is it like to march with the right leg first instead of left? Is that a cadets thing?"
Good question. I feel like I'm...
Oh, no. You disconnected again. Rocky disconnected again. Yeah, Rocky disconnected, and he's like the chat master person. So we gotta wait for him to get back. But I think we're live. So I'll answer the question, Kelvin. Oh, you're back.
Oh my gosh! I picked Safari for this because Google Chrome last time we did this kept crashing, and now Safari keeps crashing. So I don't know what's going on. I apologize to everyone. So did you answer his question?
I was about to, and then you just got back.
Oh, okay, good. So his question was about the right foot. So it's a good question because I had similar concerns before marching. Because honestly, when I was thinking about auditioning, I was like, Cadets is probably the last. I actually told someone this. I was like, Cadets is probably the last place I'd want to audition within like my top so many that I wanted to audition for, because they step off with right foot and they would just be too weird, and they halt weird, and they do the slow roll backward technique. It's so like at a tempo that, yeah, I was like, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to march the way I've learned how to march for the past.
Oh no. I think Rocky disappeared again. Maybe. I don't know. There's such a delay that I can't tell. Oh my god. Yep, he disconnected. Stop disconnecting. Okay, so I'm back. I think Rocky's computer is just a little bit messed up, or his connection's not too amazing. But I'll answer the same question because my answer is just a little bit different. So prior to coming to the Cadets, I marched with the Connecticut Hurricanes, and that was a DCA corps, and we stepped off with our left foot like just about every other group. And I really wanted to audition for the Phantom Regiment, but someone convinced me to also audition for the Cadets, and I wasn't really too excited about it at first. So I was like, yeah, why not? So I did, and then the next week was the audition at Phantom Regiment, and I went there, and to be honest, it wasn't my thing. So I just decided to stick with the Cadets, especially because I really liked the music we were playing. And my first year was in 2011, so the first thing we knew was the Angels in the Architecture was going to be in the show. So I liked that, and then learning to march on the left leg or the right leg was definitely different. And then having to go back to left a few months ago for like marching band season to teach, it was kind of annoying to get used to, but you get over it really quickly, especially after switching so often. Hi, Rocky. Rocky's back.
Hi. Okay. I am really sorry. My computer literally just shut itself down. It just couldn't handle it, I guess. So I'm guessing you answered his question.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, right foot isn't as bad as you might think. It just takes like a day of getting used to, at least spring training, or maybe camps and the first day of spring training, and then you easily remember. And then once you're good, it's kind of awkward, like Andrew just said, to step off with the left. But last summer we had a number of step offs that were both left and right foot, so you kind of become ambidextrous with your feet. In regards to like step offs, I guess. Good word. But yeah, there's.
You muted yourself, Rocky. No. There you go.
How about now?
You're good.
Okay. I really am sorry. So haven't been any more questions come in yet, have there?
No, not yet. I don't think. Where's that little question app?
Oh, it's over here.
Q&A. Stress. That's from my friend Tiffany. What does that even mean? Get out of here, Tiff.
Or don't leave if you really want to.
Or ask like a question instead of just a one word comment.
Yeah. So moving on, I suppose now would be a good time for me to talk about something else. Really good, Rockdar. You're really getting it. So there's a new blog coming out that not a lot of people actually like. Nobody, except I think of like 3 people, including myself. Even Andrew doesn't know about this yet, I don't think.
Really?
There's a new blog coming, not vlog. It's a B. That's backwards for you. I'm sorry. There's a new blog, like written blog, that's planned to be coming out this summer, and it's really going to be focused around the color guard and what it's kind of like day to day or a special update with them, and when interesting things happen. It's going to be written by, I believe she's doing journalism in college, if I'm correct. And I'm not sure. Should I? But anyways, so that's happening. I'm not going to tell you who's doing it because I feel like that would, ruin the surprise. But it is coming this summer. At least that's the plan. So now you'll have 3 outlets of cadet. Well, technically 4 if you count the official. But if you want the non-official, you're going to have 3 sources of cadet media to consume this summer. You're going to have unofficial Rocky Point vlog coming at you every day in short increments. It may not be uploaded every day, but we will be filming every day. You're going to have Tony's cadet drumline video series on Instagram that probably gets posted elsewhere. Short little 15-second things that he posts. Does he post that every day, or is that? I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't follow it.
I know that they're really cool, so you should definitely follow him. And then this blog is coming, and we just got another comment, I believe. And this blog is coming this summer. I can't speak. By a wonderful person who is excellent at writing. And she is just going to blow your mind. And when we have information on that, more information on that, we will share it with you. So I think it's going to be great, especially for the color guard enthusiasts. So really, you're covered in regards to all sections. You have your brass, you got your drums, and percussion, I should say. And you've got the color guard. Now we just need someone on staff to to do some sort of media, and we'll be all right.
Today, members didn't do what I asked them to do, so now we have to rehearse again.
That would be almost every day.
Yeah.
Um,
Today they got a little bit better, but they're still not good enough.
oh man. Anyways, that's cool. Andrew, tell us about your pep band thing, or tell us about the instruments you're learning right now.
Okay, that's two separate questions.
Uh, I know. I'm sorry.
I'll start. I'll start with the pep band thing. There is a person who is also from Connecticut, who I teach with as well. He sent me over an email from George Hopkins that I think was sent to the 2015 cadets, so I didn't get it. About like this pep band in New York City that plays for the New York City Football Club, and being that I'm a person of lots to do, which I'm not. That was sarcasm. I decided to send him some of my stuff, and so I did that a few weeks ago. I think the next game is next weekend, maybe. I think the 18th or whatever. Yeah, 18th. I don't know. So that's fun. Playing baritone for that. We get free stuff. Like we got a nice little hat last time because it was freezing and snowing up here or down there because it was in New York City. So that's that. I'm learning trombone because trombone. I can't afford a euphonium because they're expensive. Also, I really want to get into doing like pit orchestras for musicals. I really enjoyed. I've only done it twice, and I really enjoyed it. But usually, if there's a low brass part, it's pretty much always a trombone part. So that's why I want to learn that. And you'll see back there, there's a clarinet. I used to play clarinet. I still kind of play clarinet. I'm not that good, but whenever I'm bored, I just pick it up and play.
We got another question. So this one is from Reese Taylor. He says that he's marching his first season this year with the Cascades, and he's most worried about. I'm just going to read it because doing this whole different person thing is not working out. This is him speaking. The thing I'm most worried about actually is just gathering the right materials. Is there anything that as vets you guys wish you had your rookie year, or just any advice to remember for the summer? Ooh, that one, I wish I had like a book that I could just hand people and be like, this is everything you need to know and will ever need to march drum corps, and you're going to be fine. You're never going to ever sweat anything. But that's not the case.
Yeah.
Andrew's just like, mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's something that I wish I had my rookie year.
There's a bunch of stuff I wish I didn't have my rookie year because I took way too much stuff.
Yeah.
There's this
my rookie year, I had I brought my laptop with me, which was kind of dumb of me to take it because I almost never used it because there was Wi-Fi ever, except for on the bus, and the Wi-Fi on the bus was really slow and didn't work. So don't bring a laptop. And then I brought it my second year, and then what I did was I always kept it in my backpack, so it was always with me, so that no one could possibly steal it. And it rained one day, and it was in my backpack in like a semi-hard case, so I thought it would protect it, and it wasn't like directly in the rain, but the screen got damaged and I had to get it replaced. So if you have an iPad though, that might be something you might want, but even I didn't use my iPad that often. And then as for like any advice to remember, I would say that there are going to be days where you're probably going to cry, like legit cry, because things aren't going your way, or you miss home or whatever, and you're gonna actually cry, or like maybe it's really hot and you just hate everything, but just you need to remember to keep your head up and then think that tomorrow is going to be a new day. So don't get discouraged over things that are going to change fast. And in the end, you'll find that everything is really going to be worth it.
Yep. Using that as like a springboard, if you really think about something, I know that the staff says this a lot. It's like, think about what maybe you're mad about on tour whenever you're mad, or at spring training, or will it matter 3 months from now? Will the guy standing next to you that it's 0.025 off of his dot all the time, is that going to bother you 3 months from now? Do you think I remember like my .66 of this past year's show right now? No, I do not. I can remember the first, and I'm really not sure I remember the last because it got changed so many times. But yeah, it's really not going to matter in the long run. So also in regards to winning or anything, winning, losing, is that going to matter 3 months from now? Oh yeah, so you were in the 2025 cadets. Man, why am I jumping 10 years ahead into the future? I don't know. You were in the 2025 cadets. Man, and you guys won that year, so let me just hire you. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen.
That doesn't happen. I've tried.
It doesn't happen. Yeah, because Andrew, for instance, he won in 2011, and how's that gone for you?
I've been like teaching quite a few different schools, and hopefully I can stick with the one that I'm teaching now for a little bit longer unless I move. But for the most part, they don't really care if you won a championship. Usually it's more about the people you know. Because I was lucky, the band that I teach now, one of the people that I marched with in 2012 and last year was a student at this band, and so they asked about me once I sent them my email, and he put in a good word for me. So it's all about networking, and maybe that's why I don't have a graphic design job. I'm not good at that.
In the same regards, like it really is, I sound like George Hopkins right now, but it really is about the journey. It's not about the end result, because you've learned in the summer, your first year of doing drum corps, you're going to learn so much about yourself, so much about what you're capable of, so much about the activity that you didn't even know existed that went into it. Like, I know all 5 positions of the feet for dance now. Like, I never in my mind would have thought I'd learned ballet ever in my life, and here it is. And I use it all the time when I'm teaching high school marching band, and you just learn so much, and you kind of look back at your high school experiences and like, whoa, how did I not know that? And it's really an eye-opener. So take everything the staff says, take it, don't do it like right in rehearsal. Maybe after rehearsal you can go and say, hey, why do we do this? Because if you're not sure, you need to know, and decide for yourself if you're going to be a teacher, if you're going to do stuff like that. Decide whether or not you think it's beneficial, or if it's something you want to steal. That's great. Stealing a good idea is a good way to get things better. Like when we're marching, Austin, who is our visual caption head, will often say, watch when you're not performing out there, watch other people, steal the things you like from them, and don't do the things you don't like that they're doing. So does that make sense a little bit? And Andrew's going to answer yes. Hypothetically. Okay.
I was just I was looking at the 2015 programs, and you guys are playing symphonic movement now?
No,
because that's what it was in program announcement number 3 on March 4th. I don't know, because Cadets played that in 2007, so
We're
that's
playing a Jay Bocook piece that's original. It sounds very similar.
to Symphonic Movement.
Yeah, the opening.
Oh, okay. This is why I don't like Drum Corps Planet.
Yeah, don't listen to it. I don't get on there.
Yeah. That's another tip. Don't go on Drum Corps Planet because it's stupid.
In regards to tips for your first year, which we just kind of got off track there as I talked more about teaching, because you haven't even gotten to that point yet. Always, like Andrew was saying, he was kind of like, yeah, a new day is coming. That's what keeps you going. Find checkpoints to get you through your day. That's one of my best advices. Is I'd be like, okay, get through Vision Block, food, lunchtime. Oh yeah, and that's also another thing to worry about after tour. Yeah, but yeah, food is something that I guess it's kind of the whole like emotional attachment to food. I guess that's kind of where that comes from. I kind of understand that more now. Is I don't have to, always think about drum corps. Well, what I'm doing when I'm eating, because it's so nice because I just get to eat food, and chat with everybody, and it's really nice. That's another thing to do is when you're on break, unless like you're specifically told to think about something or do something, wipe your mind clear of everything drum corps and just chill. Don't think about anything, just live, just eat, just be, and have fun. It's the only way to stay sane.
Yeah. And if you have time, take some time to just be alone. Like find a place that everyone is like somewhere else. Like for example, before shows, when we would polish our horns and our shoes and basically get ready, I would go away from the schools that we were staying at and just do my thing alone because it was quiet and it was relaxing for me. And that's not to say that if that's not for you, then, do it anyway. You don't have to do it, but that's what worked for me.
Yeah, what I was the opposite. I mean, I just kind of knew what I had to do, and I just did it, regardless of whatever was most time efficient. I tried to do, and yeah, I mean, my rookie year, this was the look I had during like every EPL. I was like, gotta get stuff done. Second year is a lot easier on you because you kind of have it down. There would be times that, like, even in like late July of 2013, my rookie year, people were like, "Rocky, you haven't figured it out yet," and I was like, "I have, but I'm still not any less stressed about it." And that was that. Again, back to the whole tip I gave on the video: don't overpack for on top of the bus, because that would be tragic. Because that's what happened to me my first year, and people will be like stepping on your stuff or complaining about your stuff or saying your stuff is taking up too much space, you need to have less stuff, blah blah blah. It's not fun. I don't know how that is on the brass bus. I'm probably sure it's like we both don't know how brass bus life is, so sorry.
Probably worse.
Yeah, it's probably 10 times worse. You got anything? Any other tips? Anything they need to bring? Maybe I'm trying to think. It's really hard these on the spot questions because I don't usually. I usually have to sit and think when I do a video. It's more of things not to bring. Oh, remember, this is like my biggest tip that I didn't realize until my second year. I kind of divided the world because for me, I kind of stayed in my one little hometown my whole life. Never really went a lot of places. I mean, yeah, sure, I take special trips here and there, but never like my world was never one big world. And then I did drum corps, and I felt like it was a completely different world, separated from my home and the way everything was. But in reality, everything's connected. So 2014 was especially eye-opening in that fact that I kind of realized that it's not like you're leaving one thing and going to another. It's all part of the same life. It's just you got to do this now, and then you can go back to what you were doing later. It's like an extended, non-relaxing vacation. but it is oh so rewarding. So just remember that everything has to end eventually, and that's my best advice for you. If you have any, I can actually send you a packing list, Reese, if you message me or something. I can send you or I could just message you after this, or you could take the initiative and message me. But I could message you the packing list that our Horn Sergeant sends out every year, and that's pretty thorough. There's a lot of stuff you may or may not need. Just remember that you can always get rid of stuff if your parents come to a show or something. I always have my parents come up near the end of spring training to either get me more things that I need, like sunscreen and whatnot, or to take stuff that I don't need before we actually start getting out on the road and having to unpack and pack every day. It's really helpful.
Your parents drove to spring training?
Yeah, they miss me a lot. It happens. They volunteered, so I mean, it was just for like a day, though.
My mom drove me to spring training and then left right after.
Well, I mean, that's what my mom did too.
It's like a 7-hour drive.
Like a month later.
Yeah, but my mom didn't like volunteer or anything.
Let's see. What other news do we have? Well, I have a bit of an announcement. It's not really an announcement. You kind of knew it's been coming for those of you that have been keeping up with me. Rocky Point T-shirts are a thing, and they are getting so close to like actually being available to the general public, which is those of you that aren't cadets that are watching. I kind of have to figure out the whole shipping and online store or whatever. I want to figure out how I want to do all of that. But I can share with you this nice, I'm probably going to make a video about this later, but this nice little render of the completely designed by me front of the Rocky Point t-shirt. I don't know if you can kind of see that. It's a little...
yeah, you can see it.
Yeah. So that's the front of the shirt, and I'm trying to keep the price low, but then again, I don't. We've been trying to calculate shipping and all that mess, so I don't know how low it's going to be for the general audience all around. I do know it's going to be very cheap. Actually, I've already told the cadets there's an order form out for them. It's kind of it's relatively cheap for them. So, and all proceeds are helping me. With fees this summer, you know, because there's always things that like need to be paid for. Like we recently got a $200 tack on to our fees because of spring training got moved, and the facility that we're using is a lot nicer and kind of last minute, and we had to pay more money. So anything helps, and you're getting a t-shirt. So and it's going to be great. So I'm sure when I have more information, I will be posting that a lot all around. And it would be cool if you came to a show and you were wearing that, and I'd probably cry. Probably. Because, fun fact, I have wanted to be YouTube famous or internet famous since I was in the 6th grade. That's when I joined YouTube and just really kind of taught myself how to edit videos and do things and just kind of copied what was popular. And of course, being in 6th grade, it doesn't help you at all with your high-pitched voice. And you know, tried for many years. And then I just finally found this little niche of drum corps, people actually coming to things and being interested and responding. And that's where I am today. A relatively small amount of followers, but very dedicated and engaged audience. So that's exciting.
You know who has less followers than you?
Great segue, Andrew. Yes, Andrew's channel.
Actually, that was a pretty good segue. Yeah, I'm doing a vlog. It's called Vlog Every Day in April, but I think I might extend that to like vlog every day forever. I don't know about forever, but
VDAF. VDAF.
Vlog every day forever. Anyway.
But I guess it's not VDAF because vlog every day, April forever. Just never mind. I'm stupid. Keep going.
So it's not really drum corps related, but I will be going to probably 2 or 3 shows this summer, I think. So if I do this vlog every day thing, that will be featured. And I'm like very new to vlogging in general, so I think what I'm going to do is, rather than showing you how boring I am, probably start doing topics like videos on topics such as drum corps or music, or I don't know.
Maybe you'll even play the clarinet.
Yeah, maybe. Probably not. But yeah, right now, let me check. I've got 7 subscribers, and that's pretty not awesome. I mean, it's awesome for those 7 people, which I'm pretty sure one of my accounts is one of them. So like 6 people.
I'm also one of them, so.
So definitely like watch, because I don't know. Sometimes I'm not boring. Only sometimes. I like, for example, a few days ago there was a wasp down here, and you can see me freak out.
It was great. It was great. I watched it.
Yeah.
I might just have to put it in slow motion.
Yeah. But I realized you didn't put the link in the description, so they're not going to know where to go.
What?
Good job.
Oh, the link in the live stream description. Okay, when this video goes, I think we just got another question. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, when this goes, like, the recording goes up, I will most certainly put the link in there.
You did get another question.
Oh, yay.
So,
all right.
Wait, but before...
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. I'm going to read it.
So, to find my channel, just search... it's kind of complicated. Search Phantom77, except it's P-H-A-N-T _ M77, and that's M as in mouse. Or
I believe it's showing up on YouTube now as just Andrew Timosca.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, my other account is that same thing too.
You need to pick the one with him with the funny face.
Yeah, there's one with me in a purple shirt, and then there's one with me making a silly face.
You want the silly face.
Yeah. The one with the purple shirt is like nothing. Don't look at that one.
So this is a great question, just asked by Reese Taylor again, and I must admit this. I mean, like, I would have asked the same question if I were in your shoes. As a YouTube user and content creator, where did you find the time to edit, and did you have time to ingest, for the lack of a better term, content during spring training and on tour? Excellent question. Because we do rehearse all the time. How did I have time to film and then have the time to sit down and edit and like actually see what I was putting on the internet before I put it on the internet, and also putting it on the internet? Well, before, I guess we're just going to take you back to the history of Rocky Point, because that's probably the easiest way to do this in my mind. So in, I guess, the few months, probably March, April-ish of 2014, I kept thinking about how, like, my YouTube channel was dead. More dead than normal. Like, I'd not been doing little skit videos, which is what I used to do in high school with all my friends. And even then, that wasn't that popular. It was only popular around my area in high school. And I was like, I really wish there was something I could do. And I love the cadets. I love being able to represent them and answer. Well, I'm not really representing them, but in a sense I am with these videos. Because this is not official, obviously. But I really wanted to, like, I wish there was a way, like, my video skills could, like, also be combined with doing something about cadets. But at the time I was like, I just got out of doing my first year and I don't know a whole lot. I mean, I don't feel confident in giving advice like JD Funcore was doing at the time. Shout out, because he's awesome. So I was like, well, I guess I could just, there's that thing that I'd never done before, but well, I guess I had attempted it, but it was really awful. So awful, I had to, like, pull them off of YouTube. Awful. Vlogging, I tried attempts at that, and I was like, well, wouldn't it be cool if I could just something easy, because I know tour will be hard, but it'll be easier the second time around because I know how everything works. So what if I could just take a video every day? That was going to be my goal, to take a video every day of tour, spring training, all of it, and upload them to YouTube when I got, you know, Wi-Fi signal, and every day there'd be a video of my journey through the Cadets 2014. And I said, well, my name's Rocky. I need a catchy name. And I was like, oh, the Cadets play Rocky Point. That'd be cool if I just called it Rocky Point. And I started like throwing the idea out at like the April camp of last year. And people were like, yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool. And then a few friends of mine were like, well, no, just one. Nick Watkins was like, you should call it Rocky's Point. And I was like, that sounds like a really bad soap opera. First of all, so that I didn't really particularly latch onto that one. And then there was the Point of Rocky. You should do the Point of Rocky, but I was afraid people wouldn't get that reference if I did it that way. So I just called it Rocky Point. And then I merged the cadet and my logo that I made just recently, which fit in great with the chevrons. And Rocky Point Vlog was kind of, the logo was born, and I posted a picture saying this is happening like a few days before spring training, and I was really excited. And so then on to actually doing it. I had a, let's see if I still have it. Andrew, never mind, I'll try to keep talking. So we move in, I do still have it. This is the phone I took on tour both 2013 and 2014. It's a Samsung Galaxy S3. It's proof that you don't need the best anything to film a vlog. And I lost my train of thought again. But I know Andrew's laughing at me. So what I do every day, well, the first day was easy because it was day 0. We weren't actually rehearsing. It was move-in day. So I downloaded this app. I guess I can leave a link in the description. I should write myself a note to leave a link in the description. It is called VivaVideo. It's available on both iOS and Android. It just recently got available on iOS, which is cool. And I also just realized I can just type it on my computer as I'm bright like that. But yeah, I can't type and talk at the same time. So yeah, the VivaVideo app really helped because it had a feature where you could use capture, and it's really, really easy editor, but allowed you to do some pretty creative stuff. So I imported the photo of the Rocky Point logo and then recorded bump, 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 ba-da-dum, and it's changed a lot since the very beginning, obviously. 3 versions of that happened. So it was me going bump, 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 ba-da-dum, and then David, who has perfect pitch and is amazing, was like, I know exactly what notes we should play on the mellophone to make that work. So then one night when we were in the field house for late night rehearsal at spring training, he gathered up some other mellophones and they played it in like one of like the little areas that is like sectioned off from everything, and I recorded that, and that was the intro for a little while, and people were like disappointed. They were like, I miss, and these were like cadet people because we weren't that popular then. It was like, I miss the whole funny bump 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 with the voice. So then me and David sat down in our dorm room at spring training, and we were like, we're gonna record the voice again, and we're just gonna make it ridiculous with 2 people. So I'll sing the bass part, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't even really the bass part. And yeah, I'm sorry, I just read a question and got completely distracted. It just popped up on my screen.
What was? Oh,
yeah, you see it. God,
actually,
what was I talking about, Andrew? What was I talking about?
the
It happens when you get old, people.
you were talking about the.
You don't know either.
The editing stuff on tour.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's very specific. Gosh, I feel so bad. We're talking about editing and the VivaVideo app, and then oh yeah, recording of the bump, blah, 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 blah. So it wasn't actually a bass part. It was just something I was like bump, 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 bump. Like I knew the other part, and David was like bump, 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 bump. And it was we just did that after a few takes, and we got that one, and it's stuck ever since because I can't change it. I almost changed it for 2015. I was like, it's too perfect. It's too perfect. Yeah. So we kept it.
Yeah.
I'm still what? I
was going to answer Kyle's question.
Oh yeah. So after I finish answering this question, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so long-winded. So basically, VivaVideo, I did the whole front-facing camera thing. I was like, oh hey, how's it going? Welcome to Rocky Point. I did various turns, and I would stop recording, and I wouldn't worry about editing until like the end of the day or if I had some downtime, and then I'd be like. Or like editing as I went along. Like if I was filming at lunch or something and I had some time to spare, I would go in and be like, okay, I don't like the way this clip started, so I'd get rid of the beginning of it. And you can edit each clip that way, split a clip, you know, whatever. And then at the end of the day, I would, you know, kind of, okay, well, that's good footage. And I would, you know, maybe film something, maybe the last clip, and be like, all right, so that's it for today, so we'll catch you guys tomorrow, is what I would say, or something, because that's like my catchphrase or something. Catch you guys tomorrow. What are they, Pokemon or something? I thought Andrew would totally laugh.
Why? I was texting someone.
Oh, wow. All right. And then I would go and edit it, and there was an export feature, and I would just export it right into the VivaVideo app. It would show done videos, and from there you could upload directly to YouTube. I believe that's how that worked. And it just... within the app, so it wasn't hard, and then it just sent it right up. The only thing I had to worry about though was I was lucky enough to have Wi-Fi on the field for a lot of spring training, and then I guess they figured out I was using it, whoever it was, and like stopped it halfway through. There was this huge gap where there was like no Rocky Point videos, but I was still filming them every day. So the thing that happened was I would at night before I go to bed, I'd try to watch the Rocky Point episode if I knew that I had Wi-Fi, and then upload it, set it to upload. And then because uploading over your cellular signal is definitely not recommended. Number one, depending on what quality video you upload, you could run your bill up because you'd go over, which is probably not good for you or your parents, or if you're paying for it on your own, it's not good for you. But I do recommend VivaVideo if you're starting out. It's very, very simplistic, but lets you do a lot of things. And then I would just upload it to YouTube, like I said. It would go up, and I tell everybody. And the thing though with that is, because I really I wanted it to be hassle-free, is I would just put a title in, and it would say, "The Cadets, 2014, day 14." And sometimes at the beginning I would put the actual date, but I got to the point that I forgot the date, so I would just stop doing that, especially when we hit the road. That was, I put in the description, Rocky Point day 14, and that was it. No tags, nothing. People still found it though, and that's kind of the downside, is I can't like track it. It's also kind of blissful too, is that I don't have to sit there and wonder how the videos are doing. They just go up, and whoever sees them, and that's it. And I do have a log of every day. I will have a log every day of the summer. I skipped 2 days last year. That's the other thing, because you do it every day. Sometimes if you had a long day, which happened both times, I think, you just forget about it and you just want to go to sleep. And I tried to be diligent, but I missed 2 days, but they were relatively uninteresting days. One was on tour. Actually, they were both on tour. None of them were at spring training. And so, yeah, that's it. Just kind of whenever you have free time, don't let it interrupt you rehearsing if you're going to, edit videos, if that's what you want to do. Because I know I'm not going to be doing this forever, because this is the last season of Rocky Point, because I'm aging out. I'd love to see any content created by the drum corps community, because it can only grow drum corps. There was that little plug. So it's exciting. So if you need any help, or if anybody needs any help, I'd love to help out in any way. So go ahead, and I think that answers your question as much as I can. Any further things, you can just comment, message, whatever. Go ahead and take it away, Andrew, because I've been babbling for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
You can talk about Kyle Larson's question.
Yes. He says, "Hey, how do you feel about DCA? Ever march or go to some shows?" I used to march DCA. That's where I got started, kind of. My first real like marching band experience was marching band in high school, and then at one of the shows they had like a booth for a local DCA corps. It was the Connecticut Hurricanes, and I was like, I really want to do that because I like marching band, and so I did that for 3 years, and it was pretty fun. I learned a lot. Uh, I That's where I started to learn how to play baritone. So I did march there for 3 years, and then I went to cadets for 2 years, and then in 2013 I marched there again, except I was in the pit this time. So that was actually probably my most funnest season. So technically, yes, I do go to the shows. I haven't been to a DCA show in a while because I've been doing stuff. But it's nice if you are out there learning like drum corps, like if you're young, or if you've aged out and you want to keep continuing to march, if you really love it. And it's really nice if you also want to learn a different instrument, like I did. Like I learned how to like play a bunch of percussion instruments in 2013, and I had a blast doing it. So yeah, and it's just another way to make more friends.
Exactly. For me personally, Andrew's like the expert, of the two of us on DCA because I regret to say that I live in I wouldn't say regret. I do kind of live in the middle of nowhere. The only thing interesting around here, other than Walmart, is the Martinsville Speedway. And some people don't even know that exists. And I'm not a big NASCAR fan, so what will you do? But I do love it here. The quietness is nice. And that being said, like, we don't have any DCA shows around here. And the closest DCI show that even has some of the top 7 is the Charlotte show, which is now at Winston-Salem this year, which is at Wake Forest, which is only an hour away from where I live, which is excellent, by the way, which is great. It's going to be my home show.
Is that show at the that college stadium?
The Wake Forest University Stadium, yeah.
Oh no, because my college marching band went to a game at Winston-Salem, and their field was it was like really dry and dead grass.
Oh no, this is the stadium at Wake Forest, which is in Winston-Salem, and it's turf and it seats a lot of people, and it's just really nice. I went with the band that I teach down there to BOA competition that they have there, and oh, it's so nice. It's a nice facility. I actually marched there in high school once, so it's really nice. It's kind of be really nostalgic this season because I'm going back to the Naval Academy Stadium, which I performed in for national championships in USSBA back in the day, and then of course this one, which is really cool, really close to home. But back to DCA, I've never been to a show, and how do I feel about it? I think it's a pretty. I mean, I'm pretty uneducated about it, if I'm honest. The cadets too. I mean, I've seen them when they've rehearsed with us, and hear them off in the distance, and I think it's really cool for those, like Andrew said, that want to continue to do it after they've aged out because they just love it so much. Or if you're just getting started and maybe you're not ready to go on a summer tour all summer, or you can't afford it, there's DCA to just kind of get your feet wet to really decide, hey, do I want to do this? And I think that's a really cool thing because I love music education. It's what I want to do for the rest of my life. And it is. I think we just got another question because my phone buzzed, and it's really any music education, as long as it's a good music education and people aren't like teaching you to hit a drum with your, well, I mean, that's not wrong if you don't have hands to hit a drum with your foot, That's a different topic altogether. Andrew's laughing. But yeah, DCA. I don't have any complaints with it. I haven't been to a show. I'm also very uneducated. I'm probably the wrong person to ask anything about DCA. But I'm sure after I age out, I will go see some DCA shows. And me and Andrew will probably team up and go some places after I age out. I think that'd be fun. Take a road trip with Andrew.
Yeah.
That's about all I got on DCA.
Ask more questions. They don't have to be drum corps related at all. Like,
Yeah, but it's cool if they are.
yeah, because we're good.
Here we go. Making friends. That's a question. I'm not really sure the exact question there because it was just making friends.
Maybe how to make friends in drum corps.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Be you, because if you fake yourself, then you're gonna hang out with the wrong people in drum corps. But just think about it. You're all there for the same reason, unlike your high school band, because in high school, people will be there if they think it's kind of cool. But in drum corps, you're there because you want to be. You paid to be there. You audition for this spot, so everybody is just as dedicated as you are, and for the most part, and just be you. Talk to people. I promise that there's nobody that's like up here. I mean, I was scared my first year of talking to my section leader because I thought she was like really scary. She's now our horn sergeant, Allison, and we're really good friends. And halfway through spring training, like if you know your stuff, I promise, like if as long as you're not like over there like I didn't memorize exercise 2, the vets are going to love you. If you know your stuff, the vets will have, they'll see you as, on their, playing, not their playing level. They'll see you as friends. I mean, I guess they'll see you as friends if you don't play well. But you should play well because you're at the level of getting into that drum corps. I'm babbling again. But yeah, sometimes you'll make friends with people you don't expect to, like Andrew. It's just all about getting out there and talking to people because you can't judge a book by its cover. So just talk to people, not in rehearsal because that's bad, but talk to people when you guys get a break or something. Andrew, any tips?
Sometimes it's a good idea to introduce yourself to maybe some vets that you might look up to. Just say like, "Hi, I'm so and so." Then be like, "Whatever. I'm trying to meet new people," stuff like that. And sometimes you're just gonna create friends along the way just by doing nothing really.
Those that suffer together become great friends.
Yes. What else?
I can't think of, much else in regards to making friends because I just remember it kind of happened. Especially, I think your first friends will be those that are in very similar situations to you, like in the Melphones. My first friends, probably one of my very first friends was Kayla Ogden. You know her now as who she is. She's definitely come out of her shell a lot a bit. And I talked to her before tour ever started, and we were just all like, we were having the same concerns, worrying about the same stuff. And really, we became like a team, realizing that, hey, we're going to go through this together regardless. So that was a cool thing. Then, I get into like the April camp, and I really get to know David. I didn't realize he was a vet didn't realize he was a rookie because he was so good. I thought he was a vet. He was way up there in the line. And so we became the 2013 rookies along with Kyle later, but he came in the middle of the season. And so people that are in the same situations you become really good friends with. So that's my best advice to you, because you're not alone going through this stuff. I promise, like everyone has either gone through it, will go through it, or they're weird freaks of nature. So just talk to people. They're probably going through the same things you are, and you'll bond. You'll, make a relationship out of it, which is really cool. We are keeping everybody really late. I don't know how much longer people can stay. I didn't expect it to go this long.
We have 2 people watching because I'm one of them.
No, we just gained a few back. Okay.
We had 11 people at one point, so that's 10 people because I am also watching. Oh, now we have 4.
Yep.
Yeah. So follow me on YouTube's because I post stuff and I'm kind of interesting sometimes. Yeah.
If you'd like to see more of this, please express your great enthusiasm by sharing it all over the web, because we would really appreciate that. And it'll let us know that we should definitely do another Rocky Point Live whenever we get the chance. And again, there's not really a huge opportunity considering tour starts in like almost a month.
Yeah. And if you made it this far into the video, post in the comments. Write down taco salad so that we know you made it this far into the video.
Should we type in? No. So yeah, if you have any last minute questions, now would be the time to ask, because I'd say this will probably be wrapped up by 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Let's see. Did I talk about everything I wanted to on my list? Q&A, t-shirts. Yeah, I think I talked about everything. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question, Andrew.
Okay.
What is your funniest memory, or shouldn't say funniest because that's so hard to choose. What is one of the funniest memories you remember having in drum corps?
Wait, didn't you just ask the same thing? Wait, repeat, please.
What is one of the most funny memories you have from drum corps?
Oh, that's something else. Let's see. I know there was something.
If you don't have one, I'll answer with mine first. I'll give you time to think.
Yeah, you can go first.
One of my most funniest memories, I'll share 2, really, because it's hard. It's so hard to choose. In 2013, actually, both of these happened in 2013. So before Rocky Point ever happened. I think that
great.
I lasted so long. So one of my funny, it'll get rid of me in a second, right? Can you see me now? Can you?
Yes, I can see you.
Okay. Funniest memory, one of the funniest. So David had never, like, with his expertise, I was really surprised. He'd never shined a mellophone or a horn before. So he got out the silver polish on horn cleaning night, like one of the first weeks of spring training. And he puts it all over his horn, and he's like, I don't know, we all finish. Most of us all finish, and the rookies probably stayed the longest, but we finished up, and my horn was looking great, and I was ready to go, because I'd shined my horn all throughout high school, same stuff. So me and Kayla finish up, and David's still down there with Allison. So I come up to the dorm, and I take a shower, and then I get out of the shower, and David's standing there, like, with his horn, dripping purple, with silver polish, like too much, way too much still on it. And he's like, will you help me? And I was like, oh my gosh, David, I want to go to sleep. I don't think I helped him. I think I was a bad friend and went to sleep. I was like, man, figure it out. But I mean, it was really, I mean, it was awful of me to, I think, to do back then, but it was really hilarious now for both of us to look back on it. Actually, for everybody to look back that he just had this horn. He was just standing there with like this look on his face, like, help me. Like he didn't know how to shine his horn. And he like put like 3 layers on it, and it like took him forever to just scrape it all off. The other funniest memory happened on one of the, I think it was either the first or second day of tour, other than like the first 3 days where we do like the steak dinner and all those performances. It was when we'd actually gotten onto the road, one of our first stops. We were learning the very end of the show for the first time. And it was when we got into that huge company front that broke apart at the end of Medea. And there's this one section where we were in it, and then we broke apart, and I was in the front of a cover down, so I couldn't see anybody. So we did the set before it, and then we went into it, and then we found the last set. So Austin was in charge that day because our visual caption of 2013 was out, so it's kind of some foreshadowing there. So Austin was doing the visual rehearsal that day, and he was like, all right, we're going to reset 2. And I, for some reason, in my absent-mindedness, was like, oh, okay, reset. So I reset 1. And normally I can't see anybody, so I was like ready to go. So I was just standing there, get in, like, I'm ready to go. And nothing's happening. I'm like, what's going on? And so literally, I'm sure this is what it looked like from the box. There was like this straight line, and you got this one kid just out in front of like the company front, and that's me. And I can't see it happening, so I don't know what's going on. So Austin gets on the loudspeaker, and he's like, hey Rocky, how you feeling today? I mean, how's it going? And I was like, doing good. I mean, I was just making small talk, and he's like, how are you feeling? And I was like, good. And I started looking around and realized that like everybody was like back like 2 sets, and like there's just one hole in the company front. And I'm like, not so good, not so good. And then I run back into the set. And I just remember the whole corps laughing, and Austin, I mean, he wasn't angry with me. He did it really well. I applaud him for not yelling. It was definitely one of the better moments of 2013 for me. It was a good laugh. The whole corps was laughing. I thought it was great. So that's mine. Yours?
I think mine, I can't really think of really funny moments that I had, but I think the one that I can remember is the Rocky point where Brenda starts laughing like a pelican or whatever.
That's also included in the highlight clip if you want to check that out.
Yeah, I'm sure Rocky will link it in the description as well.
Yes, I will write myself a note.
I thought that was pretty funny. I wish I remembered more about. I think. Oh, there was one time in 2011 or 12. I think no 12 because Manny was there or Bass was there. We would just always play the 21st Century Fox on flute theme, and it was always really funny.
I don't know why the camera's on me. I'm not doing anything right now. Are you done? I just want to make sure before I go on.
Yeah.
All right. Last question of the evening, unless something happens in the next 5 minutes. Do either of you know Patrick Duncan? He directs for the school, Florida, that is rival to mine, and I know he was a cadet of some kind and a staff member. To answer your question, oh yes, we both know Patrick Duncan very well. He's really really active with us still. There's one camp, I can't remember, it was like the first January, I think it was the first January camp this past winter that he he came in and he was in charge of visual for a little bit. And there was even a point on tour last year where he was in charge for a week or so because Austin had to leave. So he's you know, he knows what he's doing and he's very good at what he does. And it's a nice little change to have in the middle of the tour when he comes in. Just another another view on things, another thing to grasp onto, trying to get better. And he's awesome. I'm sure he's a great band director. I haven't actually seen him do band directing, but I'm sure he's great. And he's definitely well respected and connects very well with the members of the Corps as he marched. Well, any words, Andrew?
Nope.
No, that pretty much sums it up. I think if there's nothing else happening, let me check the Q&A box one last time. Nope. That's it. And there's no more YouTube comments. Then we will wrap up this episode of the first episode of Rocky Point Live. I wish this could be a thing that went on forever, but yep, that's all the questions. So that's cool. So tell your friends, like it up, share it. I don't know if you're going to have your friends sit down and watch an hour plus, an hour and 30-minute long recording of two guys talk about their experiences in drum corps, but hey, maybe they want to. In that case, that's awesome. If you have any questions, contact me, contact Andrew. We'll be happy to reply. And I guess until next time, I am Rocky.
And I'm Andrew.
And this has been the first episode of Rocky Point Live. We thank you for watching and have a lovely evening. We'll catch you guys later. I pressed the button and nothing is okay. Bye, everyone.